Hello, I'm Barbara Sanders with Healthy, Fresh, and Frugal, and we are going to make a stack cooked meal in Tupperware's Stackcooker. Well, the first thing we're going to do is use the mandoline to get some corn off the cob. Now, the mandoline has some controls right there, and you always have to store it locked. But I have set it on number 4, and I'll see how that works. Now, normally, when you're using the mandoline, you use this gripper to hold the vegetable, but I won't need to do that with the corn. So I'm gonna adjust this down so you can see, and I'm just gonna slide this down like this. Got the corn, and I'm going to make it a little bit deeper because I can drop that blade a little bit, and that'll help get more of the corn. Now, any corn that's left on the cob, it's going to get eaten because we have chickens, and they will absolutely love this corn. Okay. See, once I get it going, it's coming off pretty fast. Now I'm going to be cooking the corn in the lower part of the Stackcooker. There's some more right there. Okay, I'm almost done with the corn. Okay, now I have my corn right here, and the corn's going to go in the deepest bowl of the Stackcooker, just like this. Now, before I put this in the microwave, I'm going to dot a little bit of butter on it. Okay, now I'm going to make some meatloaves to put in the second part. And what I'm going to do is use the 1 3/4 bowl, but I'm going to put the meatloaves inside the colander so the grease can run out into the other bowl. And I've already mixed a little over a pound of meat with an egg that was beaten up a little bit. Now, what I'm going to add to this are some seasonings. Now, my family loves curry, at least most of them do. And this recipe calls for half a teaspoon of curry, which I think is like hardly any. When my daughter makes regular curry, she uses like a whole cupful of this. So I'm going to use a whole teaspoon. In fact, that was a little over a teaspoon. And I'm going to use about a 1/4 cup of breadcrumbs, but actually that's a little bit more because I've put more meat in there. And now I need to get some garlic diced up. And to do the garlic, I'm going to use my Power Chehf Pro. Now, this is my old one in the old color. I'm just going to add the garlic like that. And I'll put this up here so you can see it. And then I put the motor on. Get that on like that. And see how the garlic is getting all chopped up. So now that's ready to go in my little meatloaves. Then I'm going to get this all stirred up, and then I'm going to form them into little balls and put them in the colander. Now, this only called for 1 clove of garlic, but I used 3 cloves of garlic because I wanted it a little spicier. And we can add salt and pepper after it's cooked. Okay, I think that's about all of it. Now I need to blend this up a little better. Now, here's where I'm going to get my hands a little dirty. I'm going to have to form these into balls and stick them right in there. Now, one reason why to make them smaller, that way the microwaves will cook all around them and get them cooked faster, because we want everything to cook at once. When you use the Stackcooker, everything you put in here should be able to cook in 25 minutes. Isn't that amazing? Now you can prepare the recipe the night before or in the morning and leave it in the refrigerator covered up, and then when you get home from work, just stick the whole thing into the microwave for 25 minutes and you will have your whole meal cooked. Now I have this pretty full, but I'm going to stuff the rest of these in here. I think I can get one more meatball out of this. Okay, now you see my meatballs are done. Now I'm going to have to go wash my hands because they are very greasy and I can't touch the other things I'm going to fix to go on top. Okay, while I washed my hands and cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, I also dotted the corn with a little bit of butter. And now I'm going to work on the top layer of our stack-cooked meal. I have a little potato stuck in the holder for the mandolin, and I'm just sliding it, and that's all you have to do, and it slices. I'm using little potatoes because these will cook so fast. And what I'm going to do is put them with some sliced onions in the top of the Stackcooker with a little bit of oil and some seasoning. Okay, I cut up a bunch of potatoes with the mandolin, and now I'm going to move those out of the way so there's some space, and I'm going to slice some onions. I'm going to put them on the little holder the same way, and then just slice. Now the blade on the mandolin is very, very sharp, so you have to be careful. But I'm not putting my fingers all the way in it. And now I have one more little onion here. Okay. Now, here I have my potatoes and onions all sliced, and I'm going to put these in the top cover of the Stackcooker. So I have 3 levels here. There's the meatballs, and I'm going to put the potatoes and onions on the top. Now, I'm not going to be putting another cover on top of this, so it's okay if they are stacked up over the top here. Okay, now I'm going to take a little bit of avocado oil because I was running low on olive oil. So this is kind of an experiment. Don't know how it's going to taste. And Just sprinkle a little on. And now I'm going to put some Italian seasoning blend. Now this is one of Tupperware seasonings. We don't sell them anymore, but we do have the recipe. So I can get you the recipe for this. Now what I could have done was toss this up in a bowl ahead of time, but I'm trying to save some time here. Okay, well our stack cooked meal is ready to go in the microwave now. I'm going to put this on high for 25 minutes. Okay, now while that's cooking, I'm going to prepare some salad, and I'm also going to saute some zucchini and squash on the stove to go with our dinner too. The food's almost ready to come out of the microwave. You see, I've sauteed some zucchini and squash in the Chef Series 2 grill pan, and I put a little bit of the Italian seasoning blend in it. And I also prepared salad using my fridge smarts. You see, I have all my containers here. Some of them have several vegetables together because you can combine things in the same category. Well, I think it's just about ready, and I'm excited. I know my family is hungry for dinner. Got 3 seconds left. Okay, there it goes. Okay, now the top layer, you can see the potatoes have gotten a little bit crispy. And then we have the meatballs. And they look pretty good. Oh, that's hot. Now, if I use the handles, I can lift the things right out. And there's quite a bit of grease down there. I want to show you that grease. Let's see. Set that there. Look at all the grease that came out of that meat. I'm going to move that over to here. And then we have the corn. And the corn looks all done too. And it looks like it's going to be really tasty. Well, I'm anxious for dinner. If you have any questions, please contact me.